SRG versus S2G M6 Swiss Stage Round 1.
The Ruby pick, I have my slight doubts about it because historically in the PH, when you see a Ruby going up against a Valentina's so happy because suddenly you have 3 set-up heroes on the side of SRG.
That's true.
Yeah. I think it has to be a physical damage dealer. Natan doesn't look too good because they already have Joy, right? They need some big physical damage for that lane. And the Granger! First ever Granger pick for Innocent too. I mean, not only the Joy, but the Granger as well.
I like it.
Big lane bully.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It's definitely different. You mentioned cheese picks. You mentioned new picks.
Yep.
Is this it?
Here we go, the very first Swiss stage match.
It's a best of 1 too. And that's why I feel like see the Granger here. We can see a lot of these cheese picks actually pop up.
Yep, honestly, this was really on script for SRG at least. We know that S2G, led by Sigiboom, usually really doesn't go that much off meta, and he's sticking with the Bruno. But for Innocent, he's immediately showing us the Granger as early as the first game. So we'll see how this goes for both of these teams. Because if you were to ask me, looking at their draft as S2G, we know for a fact that it's one of their specialties. They really want to force things out early on, but it's SRG.
Sky's really dashing forward. That's a good Terrify and a taunt down onto Begin. Krem walks up with the Terrify as well. Oh, Krem still able to get some damage down, but Begin still escapes with the flicker. Great setup though for SRG. Stormy dives in the mid lane, gets the first blood under the tier 1, and that should be turtle number 1 for free.
Seriously, he didn't let him go. They needed to get that pick off. So S2G, right now, they're absolutely unable to contest for this turtle. And we're expecting that this is more of a rotation received from their side. It's an XP lane, which is more active in the early stages. But Pagu, he keeps to be the next target. And Stormy, though, he gets traded as well.
That's an I'm offended over to Yums too. I don't know about that trade now. Kram's gonna be walking forward. Kazoo dashes forward, gets the kill in. Kram going with the blaze round, gets frozen up, and gets CC down. SRG overextending after the turtle fight. Number 2 onwards, they should have these big ults that you were talking about.
Yep.
Frigid Glacier for Begin. There's also a risk that Stormy takes it though. He's in the bush, gets the I'm offended over to Lunar. Now also Raging Sandstorm, great flicker for Lunar. Skies walks in, and Frigid Glacier will be able to stun him up. Skies brought back into the turret, poked down as well by Begin. And both teams will decide to disengage. 18 seconds for the turtle to spawn in the game.
There's a team fight that happened once again right before this turtle that we were talking about. And S2G Esports, it seemed like they really were able to adjust on the fly. They're taking things a little bit more slow because they know that either way, the most important aspects of their lineup, it's not really being noticed here by SRG as of now. Really, Sigiboom, he's just able to take his farm, and it might be this time that we see him also take part in the action.
Good retreat from Kazoo. Good disengage from S2G.
The usual kind of Bruno gameplay you really witness, right? But wait, before that, speaking of the Bruno, Sigiboom.
Yep, this is all good for Sigiboom. He wants to go for those fights there. Has the Haas Claws, I believe. That's why he's able to sustain back up. And Turtle's going to be spawning up top. SRG tried to get Pryo in the bottom lane, and now they're rotating.
Yep, but Pagu, you know, this roamer for S2G, the moment he came in, he really brought a lot of changes to S2G in the way they play their games, in the way they really adjust and explore some new strategies. We know them to only stick for the 4 Protect 1 strategy before, but now we're seeing how they can really just adjust on the fly, but Begin!
Passive already procced in. Begin will be able to flicker out, but again, big resource spent already. Kram will have the flicker too. That's an auto from Innocent, just trying to read out some of the positions from S2G. Kram heals back up.
Now Lunar, though, he goes in and wants some more!
Right, I'm offended, and that's Raging Sandstorm that catches Begin in the back. Will be caught, pops in Frigid Glacier earlier. Lunar's still there, and it's going to be free hitting for Sigiboom into there. Kazoo with the dive, Sky's taken down, and it's still catting away as Kazoo goes in. Yum's isolated from the rest of the team, and Kazoo will double kill his way into a turtle. Pryo! Stormy with a Terrify onto the midst of it all, going for the guiding whip, but gets boomed down by Mr. Sigiboom, and Pagu. Innocent will be forced back on this Granger, and it's a win for S2G.
You would think that would have already worked for the Selangor Red Giants, but S2G, Lunar decided to pick a fight at the exact same time. For the meantime.
Yeah, that's the advantage that SRG definitely have with the Joy compared to the Suyo, who's really, I would say, better than neutral objectives, but when it comes to split pushing, it's going to be tough for S2G to actually send people down below. Pagu, you can see that poke damage from Innocent, and that's why we asked the question, is Granger a mid-game pick or a late-game pick? Because you can see that damage already build up. Pagu still able to heal up. Lunar goes to I'm offended over to Yums. The freeze as well, poking him down. Kram Trying to shot a bit more damage over to S2G, but both teams are just poking each other.
Yeah, definitely for SRG, this is the time they need to capitalize on their poking capabilities up against S2G esports. We don't see as much sustain or in terms of like the tanky heroes from S2G as compared to SRG, so they definitely can take advantage of that. But once S2G decides for a commit, though that's the I am offended already used here, then SRG, they really need to be careful. But as we're seeing it right now, they're slowly getting hold of what to do during this Lord dance.
You can see the poking game that we were mentioning in the early game for Innocent. It's happening here in the mid game. It's Yasum Idol Stormy gets an I'm offended over to 2. Innocent guns him down. The combo in the back. It's a raging sandstorm and an AOG. That's a double. And Selangor Red Giants, they are finally online in the 10th minute of the game.
They have enough ways to scout for the members of S2G, and it seems like the plan is to take them by surprise. What a play from Stormy there, catching 2 members, 2 crucial members. And once you take out all of the frontliners,
as the hosts, and they're here with it. It's a Lord in the mid lane charging down as a holy defense already procced in. SRG utilizing Innocent's range.
Wow.
Poke them down. Lunar's half HP. The defense is still good. All the sustain. Lunar's low again. Every single time you walk on a base, that's a circling eagle. This very aggressive Pagu. He goes away. Cram raging sandstorm and the flicker to read him out. Pagu in the skies doesn't even matter.
he was able to set up for an anticipated guiding wind dash towards that area. But even then, he flickered towards Pagu, taking out that sure pickoff. And now S2G Esports, this might just be an attempt from SRG to again commit a team fight. But they walk safely towards their tier 3 and force out the frigid glacier as well from Lunar. This mid lane turret won't last for long. S2G Esports, they might have a difficulty trying to defend this. I don't know if they want to look for a play still, given this much of a gold lead in the hands of SRG. But they're only able to take out one inhibitor turret so far, and there are other waves coming in, but they will have time to defend these incoming waves from SRG. Team fights in areas where S2G might have higher chances of turning things around, but uses the Avatar of the Guardians to get away, and oh no!
Yeah, Sky is overextending, but it becomes a pretty good trade, in my opinion, right? Despite Sky's getting taken down, he did get a few hits there, and it's a base turret in the bottom lane, which is a far lane. There are no objectives for the next 30 seconds, so S2G getting the kill, trading it for a turret is actually worth it for SRG.
Yep. They're now becoming a little more aggressive. They get out of their base, and Kazoo might gradually be able to get hold of his buffs once again. But that doesn't mean that SRG will be backing out anytime soon. Scram still shows himself out there. Oh, Kazoo gets caught!
That's a run across. Stormy gonna be caught in I'm offended too. Able to flicker out to safety as a frigid glacier gets placed down. Stormy! Boom down. Sigiboo still doing some damage, dodging away from the Detonata as Kazoo dives in onto Yums. 40 seconds still. There are no objectives for S2G to take. So SRG losing out some of these members is still okay, unless they go for these turrets and siege it down. That's a tier 1, almost falling. Sigiboo needs a few more shots in. Innocent can't walk up. Oh! If that was a crit, it could have been different. Innocent surviving just barely, will walk away. 27 seconds for the Lord.
And it seems like they're gradually evening out the map. Mirko, this wasn't the scenario we've seen earlier. Even Crab, he's being the recipient of the damage from Sigiboom. And they take him out 13 seconds right before this next Lord, this level 2 Lord, this enhanced Lord. Or maybe we could wait, they could take the evolved Lord even.
Now that's gonna hurt. SRG losing Skies, losing Stormy. It was all still in the time frame of the Lord not spawning yet. But losing Cram, that's your main initiator. Sky's gonna be stunned up now as Pagu walks up. Sky's no more dashes. Once you get cancelled, it's gonna be tough. It's Sky's dying. Pagu gets the final hit as he fade away, takes the kill. And Kazoo dealt with the Lord.
They really found it difficult to commit the team fights when S2G were being extra careful under their base. Now that they're outside, they're being more aggressive than ever. Another! I'm offended!
And a frigid glacier too. Good disengage from Yomes. Innocent still in the midst of it all. Popping a Detonata. Trying to poke them away, but up top, how low is it? That's a base turret. Taken down. S2G still have the Lord, by the way. That siege was only just the minions. They are slowly pushing. They can actually slowly build this way. Oh, Lunar goes in for the big play. Doesn't connect. Raging Sandstorm! A flank Lunar. Caught in the midst of it all. Kazoo zoning the back line away. As Pagu is able to get the circle. Ego to actually peel for Sigibum, who's so free hitting. Kazoo gets the unstoppable. The Frigid Glacier comes in. Sigibum going for the crits. Innocent still using that range, dashing away from the arrow. S2G wants to continue the siege.
That was a beautiful attempt from Crown, but S2G, they were prepared. Kazoo blocking the other members of SRG from joining the team fight, and now they're still together with their lord. They will be able to take out all the remaining inhibitor turrets, and could this be it for SRG?
Oh, the snipe down from Kazoo! Innocent forced back into the base! A massive...
Our panel was mentioning the possibility of an upset, and who would have thought we're seeing it as soon as game number 1? This is S2G, this is SRG, and we knew we were starting the day strong, but this strong?
You really put the boom in Siggy. Boom, S2G, the team that was touted.
What an adjustment from S2G.